Alright guys, my liquid life in a can, good old Red Bull. My children, well my child, one of them, is helping Dad cut potatoes for me. They've jumped in and helped me out, and I appreciate them. I'll never say I don't appreciate them, because I do. Let's see, I'm going to get this fan to going high. Then I'm going to show y'all my soup beans so far. Alright, these ain't even really got a good cook on them yet, so hang on. Alright, and I'm also going to tell y'all, I'll be the first to tell y'all, if y'all go over and check me out on Facebook under Country Cooking and Soul Food, I got videos up there too, as well as recipes. Everybody posts to the group, they post different recipes, and there's a lot of really nice recipes over there. But this is my soup beans so far. They ain't even got a good cook on them. And then I put me a piece of fat back up in there, because that's how we roll in the South. That's how we do our food. And then we're about to have some fried taters, and I'm going to show y'all how I make my cornbread in a minute. I will tell y'all what that I have in this. I'm fixing to get my onion sliced up. I was going to cook it with onion, but I've already put onion powder in it, so I'm not even going to worry about all that. But I'm going to show y'all two things. That's my little secret weapon in my soup beans, and everybody likes them. So hang on, overlook my counters. I'm down here with my mom and helping her, because she's not in the best health, and she doesn't have any cabinet space hardly. I don't like mess when I'm cooking either. Alrighty. 2 packs. 2 packs of this. I put 2 packs of the Sazón Goya, just these little packs, and I almost messed up. Sorry, I have a really bad potty mouth, so I caught myself on that one. I almost messed up and put the wrong things in there. This is like chicken stock for chicken, but this stuff right here is pork, and I added that to my beans because I flavor my beans with pork. So I put 2 packs of the sabor de jamón, the Goya. I put 2 of those in there, and then I put 2 of these in there. I add almost this to all my food. So that's how I did that. And then with my cornbread and stuff, it's pretty easy. I use I do not know how in the world to flip this thing around. Let's see, that's not what I want to do, is it? I don't know, guys. I don't know how to flip this around, so I'll just do it like this. I use I'm going to show y'all. Sorry, short people problems. I use White Lily flour and cornmeal. I swear by White Lily, but it's kind of expensive. So if you got to use like Kroger brand, or I don't know, whatever your store brand is, then it'll do just as well. Just if I don't do this is self-rising. Most of the time I do my own self-rising with my baking powders. So my biggest thing to you guys is, when I'm starting this out, is that I am not used to, first of all, I'm not used to being like a camera person. I'm not techie, and I'm only 37, but still I'm not on technology like that. So that being said, I've really suck at camera skills, and also measuring. I don't measure anything. I just kind of do a dabble of this and a dabble of that. But I will show you so far, and I'll give you an estimate, the best that I can to my knowledge, on what's in my beans. So hang on here just a second. Alright. 2. I got 2 tablespoons of onion powder. I got 1 tablespoon of garlic powder. I have 2 tablespoons of black pepper. And I have not put no salt in my beans yet. Let me tell y'all a little tip. If you cooking your beans with meat, it takes them, if you go ahead and put the salt in, it makes them kind of a little bit tough. So usually when my beans are about halfway done, then I'll go in and add my salt. But always test a bean. I don't care if it's not even all the way done yet. Test a bean, because one of the things I will tell you, and I've been cooking since my grandma would put a chair or a bucket up to the sink and let me, to the counter or whatever. one of the things that she always told me was, you cannot take away once you put it in. You can add more, but you can never take away. So if you over add, you have effed it up. So always test your food when you're cooking to know, it depends on, some people don't like a lot of salt intake. Um, I like it just right. But I do have to watch on some of the salts and stuff because my mom has congestive heart failure, so I don't want to go add like a big heaping, of salt in it, because that's not good for her and that's not good for really none of us. So you just kind of have to test it. My beans ain't even halfway done yet, so I'm going to give them just a little bit longer. And always make sure you watch your intake on your fluids if you're cooking something, because it'll cook down, the stock will cook off of it and you'll burn it. It's very easy to burn beans. I think my first kettle making by myself, I was probably about 11 or 12, and I burnt them. I burnt them to a crisp, had the whole house, and nobody want to smell no burnt beans. They are not a pleasant smell. So, let's see. And then once I get my meat little tender, I'll slice it up. But I just like to cook it whole up in here. See, this is what I got going on. This is just a whole piece of fat Joe bacon. Ouch. And also, don't do what I just did and flip it out all over your belly, because that ain't no count. That hurts. And that's not what I meant to do. Know what I mean? So anyways, that's just kind of how you do that. And now for my taters, I will fry them with onion. And then I will fry them with sausage, because that's how we do. Okay, for my let's see, how am I going to word this? Okay, with my cornbread, it's going to be a little something different every time, because I don't measure nothing. So it'll come out a little different every time. But you'll have cornbread. Actually, my cornbread comes out pretty good all the time, don't it, James?
Yes, it does.
Your main thing is you don't want to add too much flour. And you don't want to add not enough flour and way too much cornmeal. I do put flour in my cornmeal. I put self-rising White Lily. So once I get to going a little bit better with these videos and stuff, I'll start adding better. But usually I do about 2 cups of the White Lily self-rise buttermilk hot rise, the self-rising cornmeal. I do about 2 cups of it, and I do about a half a cup of flour, or I may add a little over half a cup. And then I put I do salt and pepper. I do about 2 teaspoons of pepper, and I do about a teaspoon of salt in my cornbread. So my family eat a lot of pepper. And then that's pretty much what we'll have there. Sometimes I add different things to my cornbread, like cheddar or something like that, but we're just doing simple old school cornbread and soup, beans, and taters. We ain't going to do nothing fancy today, because it ain't a fancy day. I'm having to drink my life out of can, so. But this is my wonderful partner, James, my hubby. And then I have 3 kids. That's my youngest. She's 9. That's Elizabeth. All attitude. Alrighty. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.